also happening a short time ago, Governor Josh Green wrapped up a news conference officially launching the One Ohana Fund. Now, the $175 million fund will offer payments to families of people who died in the Maui wildfire or were seriously injured in exchange for them agreeing not to pursue litigation. Applications can be submitted starting March 1st, and families will be eligible for $1.5 million. However, some have expressed concerns because the legislature has yet to approve it. Here's Governor Josh Green.
Phase one of our recovery funds, that's what this is. We will offer $1.5 million if people choose to take that. And the reason is because otherwise litigation can take a very long time. They might wait years, 3, 4, 5 years to see any resources. And I know this won't solve all of their problems or bring their heart back. I know that the distributions will only maybe help them move forward in their lives, but we want to help surviving family members to recover. And so that's what this is really about. But I acknowledge no amount of money will ever be able to address the unimaginable losses that people we care about suffered.
Now, as mentioned, some other lawmakers have expressed concern over how all of this is being handled, including if the state can even afford emergency appropriation funds for the program. Here's some of their input.
I feel like we're guilty at the point of forget the investigation, we're just going to pay out. And I mean, that's like irresponsible, I think, of us. And I don't agree with it.
In our litigation, we will be making it very clear that we're not accepting responsibility for anybody else's liability.
I'm trying to work with members to figure out where they're comfortable so that we can still try to assist the administration in trying to in accomplishing what they want.
Now, it definitely has been a busy news morning, but stick with Hawaii News Now as we will have more on this coming up later tonight in our evening newscasts.